The episode opens up with a bunch of Hydra soldiers going through a warehouse, searching for something in the boxes stacked inside. While they are busy searching, they don't notice the Avengers slowly beating their asses, one by one. Just as one of the soldiers turns around and asks his friend for his scanner, he is surprised to find Hawkeye standing over him. When Hawkeye flings him away, his screams catch all of the Hydra soldiers' attention, and they immediately aim their weapons at him. Captain Marvel and Falcon jump in to help Hawkeye. With most of the soldiers knocked down, Falcon reports that he can read bizarre energy readings, which can only mean that there is something supernatural in the warehouse. As soon as Captain Marvel hears this, she gets pissed off and claims that S.H.I.E.L.D. has a warehouse filled with supernatural material, which is why it has become a Hydra target. Before anyone can respond, Captain America shows up behind them and knocks out the Hydra soldiers who were about to attack them. He assures them that ain't shit going to happen since the Avengers have been tasked with keeping it safe. On the other hand, Black Panther arrives at the warehouse as well and begins taking down Hydra while attending a virtual meeting. Hawkeye, who was watching him, asks him if their job is too boring for him. Black Panther does not get a chance to respond as he hears a scanner beeping, indicating that the Hydra have found what they were looking for. Captain Marvel notices two Hydra soldiers carrying a box and asks them to drop it. To her surprise, they listened to her and dropped a chest from the box. As soon as the chest falls to the ground, a tornado emerges from it, distracting the Avengers. This gives the Hydra a chance to escape with another box, claiming that the talisman is theirs. The Avengers are unable to stop them since they are busy trying to keep themselves from flying off. Captain America tells them that they need to close off the chest for the magic to stop wreaking havoc. He throws the lid to Hawkeye, who then throws it towards Captain Marvel. She manages to catch it and somehow flies towards the chest and places the lid on top. Once the tornado disappears and things calm down, Hawkeye asks the question that has been haunting everyone. What had Hydra stolen from the warehouse if this chest was only a distraction? Sometime later, all of the Avengers gather in the Avengers Tower to get more answers. Black Panther receives a call from his sister who tells him that he needs to give her more authority so that she can take care of things in Wakanda. However, he merely assures her that he will be back soon, just as Cap tells him that they have come across more information about the shit that Hydra stole. Falcon tells them that he was able to find several Hydra locations, but still does not know what they stole. Knowing that they need to get answers as soon as possible, Captain America splits the Avengers into 4 teams. He partners up with Black Panther and the two of them head towards Hong Kong. On their way there, Cap tries to bring up Black Panther's conversation with his sister, but the superhero only claims that he is a king and has several responsibilities resting on his shoulders. Not long after that, they arrive at their destination, and Black Panther reveals that the building is heavily fortified with sensors and weapons on each floor. Once they confirm that the building belongs to Hydra, the two of them land inside. Immediately, Cap claims that something is off since there is not a single soldier around. All of a sudden, weapons emerge from the wall and shoot out a beam that traps Cap in place. Black Panther is much faster to react and manages to dodge it. This is when he notices 2 weapons heading towards Captain America. Desperate to help, he pulls the wiring from the floor and rips them apart. The weapons come to a stop before they can cut through Cap. Once they are free, they head down the hallway, only for Black Panther's communication device to start ringing. This activates another weapon, but Black Panther quickly shuts it down as well. Then they head towards another door and sneak inside the room. They notice a man who Captain America recognizes as Baron Mordo, the master of dark magic, known to take on contract work for the Hydra. At this point, Baron turns around and asks them if they have come to pay respects to the Talisman of Kalu. Before they can respond, he uses his magic to open portals above them. Large, ugly-ass magical creatures begin to fall through the portals and surround the two superheroes. Once they manage to take them down, Baron summons more of them. Captain America tells Black Panther that they are fighting a losing war if they keep trying to take down the creatures. Black Panther agrees and tells Cap to ignore them and head for Baron. As they make their way through the creatures, Baron reveals that the talisman will help him bring a new era of dark magic that he will rule. Another portal opens up behind him and he disappears inside it after hurling a ball of magic towards them. They duck behind the creatures just as the building blows up. Sometime later, Black Panther and Captain America make their way back to his jet, where he claims that Baron's magic has left a signature that will make it easier for them to track him. Not long after that, they find themselves on an island. Black Panther claims that he can sense Baron underneath the ground. As the two of them make their way towards a door, Cap realizes that it is an illusion and that they can walk through it. Once they make their way inside, they discover a long hallway. This is when Black Panther realizes that they are being followed and tells Cap that they need to be more careful. Just then, Shuri, his younger sister, appears behind him. She reveals that she had used Wakandan tech to track them down, claiming that she doesn't like being sent to voicemail. Although he is surprised, Black Panther pulls himself together and introduces Shuri to Captain America. Once they are acquainted, they begin heading down the hallway. Black Panther stops them in place after sensing a trap ahead of them. Getting tired of wasting time, Shuri finally decides to take matters into her own hands and uses a bracelet scanner to find the hidden weapons inside the walls. She then uses another weapon to destroy all of them and tells her brother that his Avengers missions are nothing compared to the problems that need to be solved back in Wakanda. Shuri continues moving forward without worry, and soon arrives in an area where the energy readings are the highest. At that moment, she notices Baron hovering above them. When he spots the three of them, he tells them that they are just in time to witness the main event. He casts another spell that causes two large arms to emerge and grab hold of Black Panther. Cap tries to help him but starts getting sucked into the ground as well. Baron confesses that he has managed to unlock the talisman's full potential and is now able to tap into energies across all dimensions of light and darkness. Before he can attack them, Shuri jumps into action and uses her bracelet to cut through his magic. Once they are freed, Black Panther tries to land an attack on Baron, but his magic gives him an edge over him. While he is down, Baron jumps toward Captain America and uses his magic to steal all of his strength, leaving him vulnerable and weak. When Black Panther realizes that Cap has now become the weakest superhero among them, he turns to Shuri and asks for her help. He tells her that she needs to figure out a way to stop the talisman while he keeps Baron away. Black Panther quickly turns towards Baron, who thinks that he is now unstoppable since he has drained Captain America's strength. However, Black Panther refuses to give up and decides to attack, despite knowing that he might not stand a chance. An overconfident Baron decides to ditch his magic and use Cap's strength against Black Panther, but soon realizes that he needs magic as well. He tries to use his magic against him, but notices that it is not working. This is when Shuri informs him that she hacked into the talisman and erased his magic. She then opens up another portal and, with her brother's help, pushes him inside. Before the portal disappears, Captain America receives all of his strength back. As they begin to celebrate their victory, Black Panther gives Shuri the authority to rule over Wakanda in his absence. However, the portal opens up behind them again, and they hear Baron telling them that it is not over. Suddenly, an old man emerges out of the portal just as it disappears. He turns towards the superheroes and tells them that they need to take him to Doctor Strange. At the Avengers Tower, Hawkeye and Ms. Marvel go through paperwork of the destroyed property left behind by Hulk. While they are busy arguing over the damage he has caused, Captain America appears on the screen and tells Hawkeye to stop shooting at them, claiming that they are trying to land. To Cap's surprise, Hawkeye tells him that he is not doing anything. Just then, they notice movement on their sensors and realize that someone is shooting at them from the roof. Hulk rushes to tackle the enemy, but is in for another surprise when he finds Doctor Strange shooting at Black Panther's jet. At this point, Ms. Marvel and Hawkeye join them on the roof and begin launching their attacks. At first, they are no match for Doctor Strange's magic, but when all three of them combine their attacks, they manage to restrain him long enough for Black Panther to land the jet. Sometime later, they question the restrained superhero and question him about his attack. Doctor Strange reveals that since he is the keeper of the Eye of Agamotto, he had sensed that Captain America and Black Panther were carrying someone or something that did not belong in their realm. The Eye has sensed the presence of Agamotto. When the Avengers claim that they don't know who Agamotto is, Doctor Strange tells them that Agamotto was the first Sorcerer Supreme. His hunger for knowledge and the power of the unknown knew no bounds, until one day he became corrupt. Before he was banished, Agamotto's powers were passed into an amulet called the Eye of Agamotto. Suddenly, Doctor Strange's magic vanishes and Agamotto appears behind them. He transforms back into his original body, claiming that the mortal world has descended into chaos and needs his help. Knowing that he needs the Eye of Agamotto to restore his powers, Agamotto uses his magic to restrain the Avengers while attacking Doctor Strange. However, as expected, Doctor Strange is just as powerful, and he manages to turn Agamotto's magic into a snake before hurling it back at him. Agamotto then turns the snake into a scythe and tries to attack Doctor Strange again. Doctor Strange reminds Agamotto of the rules, revealing that he cannot take the eye back unless it is given to him out of free will. As they go back and forth using their magic, Hulk manages to free himself. He rushes towards Agamotto and tries to attack him, only to be knocked back by his magic. Doctor Strange tells the Avengers that their usual tactics will not work on him, and that they need to come up with a better plan to take him down. Agamotto uses their distraction to cast another spell and hurl it toward Captain America and Black Panther. Doctor Strange recognizes it as the Curse of the Shadows, just as Cap and Panther's evil shadows emerge from their bodies. He then orders the evil shadows to attack the Avengers. One by one, the shadows take down the Avengers, with Hawkeye going down first. Hulk refuses to give up and continues to attack the shadows. When Agamotto finally takes notice of him, he claims that Hulk is going to be his next target for the Curse of the Shadows spell. To everyone's surprise, Hulk closes his eyes and calms himself down, enough to turn back into Bruce Banner. Since Hulk is now a mere mortal, Agamotto turns away from him and makes Hawkeye his new target. Once Hawkeye succumbs to the spell as well, Doctor Strange teleports Ms. Marvel, Banner, and himself away. Away from Agamotto for once, Banner tells Doctor Strange that they must find a way to take down the evil sorcerer. Doctor Strange confesses that he needs more time to come up with a spell powerful enough to take down someone like Agamotto. Banner remains adamant that there is nothing that cannot be explained or saved by science, which is why he holds up an energy device claiming that everything in the universe has a frequency, and the device should disrupt the frequency signals around them. This will help mask the eye until Doctor Strange can come up with a spell. However, things don't go as planned as a portal opens up above them, and the shadows, along with Agamotto, make their way into the lab. Doctor Strange casts a spell to dispel the shadows, but it does not work. Ms. Marvel manages to land a hit, but before she can celebrate, she is blindsided by Agamotto, who uses the spell on her and causes her shadow to turn evil. Clearly outnumbered, Doctor Strange teleports Banner and himself back to the island where Black Panther and Captain America had fought Baron. He reveals that the island had thinner dimensions of light and dark, which had allowed Agamotto to escape. He claims that he wants to reopen another portal and push him back where he belongs. Before they can proceed further, Agamotto appears in front of them. He tells them that they know nothing about magic because it is his anger that fuels him. Doctor Strange tries to cast another spell to fight back, but Agamotto is much faster and casts a spell that causes tentacles to emerge from the ground and hold them hostage. With his hands restrained, Doctor Strange tells Banner that he cannot cast any spells. This is why Banner activates the frequency device, causing the tentacles to disappear. Agamotto casts another spell and knocks Doctor Strange back. Just when he thinks that the superhero will give up, Doctor Strange tells Banner that he has a plan before casting a mist all around them. He uses Agamotto's distraction as a chance to get away from him. By the time Agamotto catches up with them, he realizes the eye is missing from Doctor Strange's neck. Suddenly, Banner, who was hiding with the eye around his neck, turns into the Hulk and attacks Agamotto. With renewed vigor, he continues to land hits on Agamotto until Doctor Strange manages to open the portal. With the help of magic that Hulk had learned from Doctor Strange, he smashes Agamotto back into the portal. Once the portal closes, the island begins to sink into the ocean, and the Avengers return to their normal selves. While the rest of them joke about telling Hulk about the new cost of damages, Doctor Strange learns how to fight from Hulk. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos and make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.